Now in this deep dive learning, we're really going to deep dive into financing development deals. How does that actually really work? So let's discuss this. Now, myth is that they will give you all the money and they'll give you all the money right from the beginning. In my experience, that doesn't work like that. What you'll find is there's a small increment of funds that you will be required to be putting in by the commercial lender when it comes to commercial finance and when it comes to development finance specifically. So that might be your first 20K, your first 50K, depending on the size of the project. They will also look for some skin in their game. So keep that in mind. That's the myth that people have, that they're going to get all the money, but they don't have to put anything else in themselves. You'll have to put a little bit in at some point. So be ready and prepared for this. Now, the advantage that you got is you can always find that money. In fact, in another section, I'll be sharing with you how you can work with other people and other people's money. So money is always readily available. Just keep that in mind. And keeping it on track on development finance, what you'll find is after your first tranche goes in, you will then get certain specific tranches as you complete the project. So typically how this works is the process is you actually have a certificate that is provided to you by your surveyor who come along and assess the work that's been done. And once that work has been done, the funds are then transferred to your bank account. So that happens in tranches all the way up to completion. So that's the way the funding works. Now we've got so much more to cover. Now, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, now's the time to subscribe. You can do this right now. Also click on that bell icon to get the latest notifications, and I'd love to hear your comments. So do like this video and comment on this video as well. Let's carry on. Now, there's a few things that you want to be aware of in the real world, because of course we're discussing here the real world experience of how this really works. So I'm going to share some personal scenarios with you. So we were doing a development finance. In the same way I'm sharing with you, the tranche was expected to be coming in. The contractors are asking for the money. However, the bank manager just disappears off the radar. Yes, things like this can happen. I'm contacting him, you're phoning him, you're trying to reach him at the office, and then 2.5 weeks later, the money just lands up in your bank account and you get a text message from your business manager saying the money's in your account. Well, thank you very much, but I needed it. It's just a slightly bit earlier. So just be aware of that your bank managers can do things like this in the real world scenario. Another scenario when it comes to tranches is that surveyors and valuers need to value those tranches, and you'll have to pay for these valuations. So be aware that that is also going to be part of your capital expenditure when you're doing these things. And finally, just be aware that sometimes you'll find that you end up borrowing less money than you actually need because you've finished your build actually on budget or even slightly over budget, but the amount of money that you had available to you was much more. And what that means is that your loan to value actually drops quite considerably because you haven't borrowed all the money that was actually outlined for you, which means that's a plus for you, right? So that can also happen. Please use these tips and marry them into your experience, build up your experience, and the confidence starts to increase, the fear starts to reduce, and you're into development finance.